What's up world, it's your boy JUMPY here for How to Rap, and in this video we're going to teach you rap techniques and flow so that you know how to rap like the Migos. Now, before I taught literally tens of thousands of rappers from around the world, I used to live in the city of Atlanta for 2+ years, shout out to Morehouse, and this is a style of flow I saw developing in the late thousands that would eventually become known as the Migos flow. So we want to give that to you now. So stay through the entire episode, it'll be step by step, it'll have interactive exercises, and you'll know where to identify where the flow should go, where to put the lyrics, and how to deliver it in a cool way. So stay tuned, let's get into it. Now, before we begin, we just want to give you a working definition of rap flow if you're a beginner. Now, rap flow can easily be defined as a specific drum pattern chosen by the rapper converted into word form. You have the drum pattern, the rhythm of the beat, then you also have the drum pattern, the rhythm of the words, known as the rap flow. The only difference there is you're going to have words instead of drums. So that's your working definition of rap flow, and this will come into play as we go forward. So the 3 rap techniques that we're going to learn so we know how to rap like the Migos goes as follows. We have step number 1, count out the flow. That's identifying that specific drum pattern that you're going to convert into word form, just like the Migos. We have fill out the flow. That's once you've mastered the count out and that rhythm, you're going to put lyrics in it. You're going to fill it out with lyrics. And step 3, shout out the flow. That's where you're going to deliver it with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of sting, so it sounds exciting to your audience. So without further ado, let's get into step 1, count out the flow. Now, the easiest way to learn a new rhythm is to count it out, and that's what we're going to do here. In rap, when learning how to count out, usually we use a 1 through 4 approach, 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason behind that is most rap beats are organized into 4/4 time, common time. That's a music theory that we'll be discussing in other episodes, so be sure to subscribe. But for the purposes of this video and to get you flowing, just worry about counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Furthermore, to fill in the gaps when the flow gets a little bit more complex, we're just gonna have a and to go through the numbers. So it'll sound like 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Got it? Now, before we actually introduce the beat and the other rhythm of the instrumental, what we're gonna do is just practice working with a metronome, which is the middle of the beat. So what we'll do is practice counting out 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 with just the metronome. The purpose of this is to lock in your brain the actual flow, the actual rhythm, the count out before we add the lyrics so that the instrumental isn't overwhelming you. So let's rock into an example of me just going over a metronome at the same tempo as VERSACE without the actual beat in it so that you can hear what that count out sounds like. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3. All right, so just without an actual beat behind it, it sounds pretty normal, but even that you can practice on your own, and we'll discuss that in a little minute. But let's add the metronome with the count out, with the beat going in and out. The beat going in and out, so you can begin to see how that flow, even just with the beat going in and out, is going to start to sound like Migos. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 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 1 and a 2 and a 3. All right. So you're already hearing how the interaction between the beat and the metronome count really work well, and it begins to sound like Migos. Now, you can apply this same principle to almost any Migos style beat, and that's what we're gonna do in this example next. We'll count out over Bad and Bougie and walk it like I talk it, so you can hear that this works in multiple contexts, and then we'll explain a little more. Young Metro, don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 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 1 and a 2 and a 3. All right, so you see how that count is clean no matter what style beat you're using, because the flow, the selected rhythm is very clean and it sounds like Migos. Now, one of the common questions I hear when you're practicing for future practice is, do I need a metronome every single time? Do I need to use a metronome every time like you're doing here? The short answer is no. Once you get a little more experience, once you feel confident that the flow is locked in your mind, the count is locked in your mind, you can just not use the metronome. But in the short term, I would suggest to do that just so you don't slip on the count. As you fill in the lyrics later on in step 2, you'll be able to be more confident with it. But there are websites like songbpm.com, tunebat.com. These are very good for getting and identifying the beats per minute, the middle of the metronome, for those instrumentals. So let's move on now that we know how to count out. We got the flow locked in. What we're gonna do is fill it in with lyrics. All right, step 2, fill out the flow. Now, we've identified our specific drum pattern that we want to put words on, our rap flow. Now it's time to put the words on. So we've created some dummy lyrics, not like 6ix9ine dummy, but just some dummy lyrics that are easy to say that work perfectly with the count out that we've just practiced. So what we're gonna do is play 3 examples of these dummy lyrics over the 3 beats we've used, so you can begin to hear the 1 and the 2 and the 3, and then putting lyrics on it perfectly in line. Let's go. 1 and the 2 and the 3. Now, I'ma be killing the flow. I'ma be getting the dough. I'm gonna rip it for show. I'm gonna give it and go again. 1 and the 2 and the 3. I'ma be killing the flow. I'ma be getting the dough. I'm gonna rip it for show. I'm gonna give it a go again. 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3. Yeah, I'ma be killing the flow. I'ma be getting the dough. I'm gonna rip it for show. I'm gonna give it a go now. All right, so now you can hear when the count out is perfectly in line. When you fill it out with lyrics that are easy to say and are in line with the count out, with the rap flow, you can begin to sound just like Migos. Now, the last thing we wanna do, if you notice the delivery was just kind of monotone and not very interesting, the last thing we want to do is deliver it with a little bit of sauce. So let's step over to step number 3, shout it out. All right, so shout out the flow. Now we've done well, we counted it out, we built what we want to say, but we need to deliver it with a little bit of sauce, a little bit of energy. We have to add vocal inflection. Vocal inflection and emphasis is what gives a rap its energy, its sauce, its drip. It's what makes it exciting and makes people want to listen to you more and more. The same is true when people have a conversation, when people talk to you normally. Have you ever heard somebody who has like a monotone voice?
David Blaine looks like his voice is putting his face to sleep.
So give your voice inflection. Let's run through 3 examples of doing the exact same lyrics over the same beats, but with a little bit more energy, a little bit more excitement, some inflection. I'ma be killing the flow. I'ma be getting the dough. I'm gonna rip it for show. I'm gonna give it a go, yeah. I'ma be killing the flow. I'm gonna get in the dough. I'm gonna rip it for show. I'm gonna give it a go, okay. I'ma be killing the flow, yeah. I'ma be getting the dough, yeah. I'm gonna rip it for show, yeah. I'ma give it a go, yeah. All right, so you've gone through all 3 steps to rap like the Migos. You've counted out your flow, you filled it out with lyrics, and you delivered it with some inflection. Now, we know it's 3 steps, but we wanted to give you a little bit of a bonus just to show this works with any Migos style beat. So let's just hear for the last bit of bonus tip. Let's listen to it over Get the Bag by Gucci and Migos. Same system works with a little bit of inflection. Let's go. Yeah, now I'ma be killing the flow. I'm gonna get in the dough. I'm gonna rip it for show. I'm gonna give it a go, yeah. I'ma be killing the flow, yeah. I'm gonna get in the dough, yeah. I'm gonna rip it for show, yeah. I'm gonna give it a go now. All right, so there you have it. You've learned the rap techniques and flow on how to rap like the Migos. Now, if this is your first time watching us, be sure to subscribe. We'll have many more in-depth tutorials just like this, but more importantly, I want to see you in the comment box. In 2019, who is your favorite rapper as far as flow goes? What rapper in 2019 do you think is killing it as far as flow, the way they're using specific drum patterns with words? I want to see you in the comment box with your comment of your favorite 2019 rapper with flow. So thanks for watching. It's the big homie Drew, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye.